As soon as I see the picture, I'll get going. Okay, from one 80k game to another. Welcome to Anime Hour on the Coin Op Classic 2019. This is The Opponent with Twinkle Star Sprites. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. I'm playing on the story mode because, while I played this last year, I struck out on stage 6. Playing on the story mode will have a slightly higher chance of success because I get a better character after stage 5. This game's getting quite a lot of attention compared to previous years in the community scene. I'm seeing a lot of demand for it elsewhere. But, okay, it seems like I'm on now. Let's get started. So, this is a shmup, but you don't attack your enemy directly. You have to make chains with the enemies that come on screen. You must make chains. Those shoot fireballs. And you can launch extra attacks when you build up enough power. And do this to overwhelm your opponentos. You won't need to worry about too much of those though, because the story mode has a fixed character. I'm also picking this because it also gives you an opportunity to see more 80k translations. Am I getting frame drops? I'm seeing frame drops, but I'm not dropping any frames in OBS. I'm afraid I can't do anything about that. So, let's go. Well, Ron, it's been 100 years since we last met here. Oh, it's really Till the Dragon Girl, and you've even bought Droppy. What's the deal? This is not the time for small talk. Our countries have been at war for 10,000 years. Get a clue! I'll just give you chocolate. Just pretend you didn't see us. Ooh! There we go. I lost my control for a moment. Just, stage 1 has these easy patterns. Just, fire them off there. And you get your boss attack if you send 3 or more reversal attacks in a single reaction. Stage 1 tends to end really quickly. I found that the most consistent tech for winning at the highest difficulty is to summon your boss as often as possible. And then, starting on stage 4, you must provide it cover fire or it's just going to eat it alive. Whoa, a lake in a place like this? Alright! Youch, I hate swimming gums. A woman! Yeah. Hey, Rabbit Cat, how hast you been? Oh, Sir Kim, my mentor. Ugh, pervert! Oh, come on, it doesn't hurt anything. Well, it has been a long time. Shall I have a magic lesson? I summon you forth, Wizard Kitty. I believe this... Yeah, I believe these did predate the Toho games that resemble this. Also, the computer just used its bombs immediately, and I don't know why. Great news for me because it means it doesn't have bombs when it needs it, but... Well, for this pattern, if you're cool, you can just shoot it up like that. That's something that players of a certain region like to do, but extremely dangerous. You only do that when you're trying to be cool. But learning this game means learning the optimal way to handle all these enemy patterns. Like that. Not missing the star coin it never represents either. Like sometimes you have to stagger your shots like that. Knowing what enemies to attack to get the most reactions at once. Which I call the fuse. I missed something? No. There's the fever orb. I missed the fever orb. You cannot destroy the fever orb directly. You have to catch it in a reaction. Yeah. Nearly threw that stage away. Level 8 takes no prisoners. You can die as early as stage 2 or even stage 1 if you get bad drops. Go, Rabbit Cat! Meow, we don't want to trouble anybody! Oh boy, I got these two. You can't give such a dangerous job to Her Highness. If anything were to happen to Her Highness, we'd be... What should we do? Everything's okay, leave it to us. Yeah, or I feel like I'm in a big boat, Ums. You worry yourself needlessly. Meow, I don't trust you, Ums. It's Rabbit Cat's fault. I don't understand that dialogue, but for the first 4 stages, you get one of 2 randomized opponents, and this one frightens me the most because Tinker's a very powerful character. Her extra attack is one of the most dangerous, and so is her boss, in my opinion. You only need to pop 1 bubble in that formation. Just hit the reversals, because that launches your extra attack, which cannot be destroyed. Now I'm in Fever. One of the most important things about Fever, besides the fact that it doubles your attack rate, is that no bubbles will appear, which can make otherwise troublesome patterns very lucrative. Also, must also keep in mind that Neo Geo eats inputs while it lags like this. So, if you're mashing to get out of a stun, you shouldn't go so quickly, or if your mashing will not work. Let's catch it on there. Look how quickly I built my meter. It's at max, but truth be told, I actually don't know when the best time is to use meter, at least competitively. It seems to really just be a matter of preference and improvisation. Watch out for those. I tried to bomb that. I can lose a life here, and I did that too early, but I got my boss anyway, so it works out. That be exceptionally safe. And see how quickly that boss went? Bosses have a very low life expectancy on level 8. And I did not get another boss. Oh well, but I won. It worked out. Meowie woo, it's so fun following Ron. And I got the other worst character to get randomly. We are the treasure hunters, Maggie and Pentel. The Twinkle Star. Arg, come on, spit it out. The Twinkle Star will be ours first, Ron. I don't know what you're talking about, but don't get in my way. It's the treasure hunter. Arg, let's go, you're driving me crazy. This is a race. I like to park myself in the center of the letter O on the word go. No real reason, just makes me feel confident. No boss. This extra attack is extremely, one of the, if you're playing competitively, the secret evil dark tech is to be on the player 1 side first of all, but use B to select your character, button B to get player 2 colors instead of player 1 colors. Because, an unfortunate consequence of the... I had to bomb that. What was I saying? Using player 2 colors will change not only your sprite, but also the color of your extra attacks. For Mackie and Pentel, it turns blue when they're player 2, and that's harder to track. Yes! Especially on a stage like that, if you're not ready for it, then... Well, there are 2 Rons! Yeah, look what a cute little girl! Stop fooling around. Don't you dare ignore me! I am Dark Ron, created by the Mevius bodyguards. I am superior to you in all areas, so you must be smart, pretty, skilled in magic. Rabbit Cat, you think, which is why you cannot ignore me! Dark Ron is identical to Ron, but she has angry eyebrows painted on her portrait at the top. That's funny to me. I'm running out of time. Missed that. Boss. Now I need to get fever, so just start mashing when you get fever, and just hope you get good patterns for it. Not like that. Got my extend, the first of 2. Or boss. Stucky got me. I avoided that. It never ended, even though it technically has. No more bombs for either of us. Okay, couldn't avoid that. This is where it becomes acceptable to start losing lives, because The difficulty is now at its maximum level. Oh well, couldn't do anything about that. Normally you want to get the patterns as perfectly as you can to get the perfect bonus, which gets you more meter charge, but once the garbage starts flowing in, you have to improvise. Is that a coin? So that blue exclamation point appears when either a fever or a star coin appears, and there's no indication as to what you'll get until it comes out. Computer fever now. Boss. Can't get too greedy. I should probably use that meter I've been building up now, huh? I'm just trying to get that reverse. And I would have gotten a boss on that if only that wasn't a star coin pattern. I have to do this hard way now. I need to bomb that. Get away. Okay. He's my boss. Oh, I did that a little too early, and that boss was completely squandered. I'm having this much trouble on stage 5. What's the other stages gonna look like? I just took a hit. That was panic. Needed to, though. This pattern's bad. Still don't know the optimal way to handle it. Missed that. You see that the star coin landed inside that pattern. There was nothing I could do about that. That's bad RNG. This pattern is the worst on Earth because I don't know how to handle those 4 bubbles. There's death. After 100 in-game seconds, it appears. And that's the second time ever I've seen computer die by death. Let's see. Did the enemy get health back? If your opponent takes damage, you get a part of it back. Yes, here's one of my favorite quotes in the game. You must be a master to come this far without a shingle continue, but I did not expect the princess to come by herself. Ah, what can I do? My broom's broken. I can't fly. Meow, maybe it doesn't understand the true part of Twinkle Star Sprites. Meow, now is the time to become the legendary brilliant Princess Sprites. It's such a pain. Don't be a fool. It's the Twinkle Star. Ah, it's so bright. See you later, Mevius. I do like clickety buttons. I'm using Seimitsu buttons if anyone's curious. Here's the gatekeeper of every run in any difficulty. It is too good and banned in competition. Yeah, that's my fault. When you make contact with an enemy on there, you lose 1 heart and you're slowed for a few seconds. You can't die by this, but you're just in a very bad position. And that's not going to be a boss. To use its bomb. Is that gonna be good to do with that? What is you only get hit by that twice. But you get iframes once you recover from that. So one thing I want to experiment with is it possible to take that damage on purpose to avoid an attack that would have otherwise killed? Imagine winning like that. I was out of bombs. Is that a play on Zevius? Possibly not, because there's no real connection to it. I do need to summon my boss. It's the only thing that will consistently score any damage on Mevius. Gotta just luck out and have him contact regular enemy. So I can gotta mash harder. I'm not dealing with that. That is so bad. Took damage. Do not drop the fever. Get the boss. Let's start mashing. So start mashing. Hope you get something good. I took damage. And I should have bombed. Oh well. In 90,000 points, I'll get my second and last extend. Maybe I can drag it all the way to the end. Maybe I'll get it. Fever. I think Fever only lasts for 3 patterns. It doesn't seem to last with time. Should be over after this one. And I bombed out of panic. Yeah, it's over. Oh, good. What a... Oh, good. Okay, computer's down 1 bomb. Sitting good on hearts, though. If I were a better player, I could have got a boss out of that. I could have gotten a boss with a bomb, but I don't want to drop it now. I wouldn't be able to do that. That's not going to be worth much. Yeah, it's just the computer sensitive to everything's 30 Hz mashing. There's my extend, so I have another chance. Good. Can we get a boss out of that? Can I get out of this? No. Okay, computer took damage, but it's just gonna cheat out of it. I'd like to at least reach the final boss, since I haven't done this marathon yet. Oh, good. Get going. Mevius's boss is, in my opinion, not too bad, but he's Mevius. He took KO. He has KO chance, but that is a false sense of security. Do not think you are winning unless you can either luck out again or actually make a real effort to sustain pressure. And I have no idea how you would do that in this condition. Well, he's got a bomb and I don't. I was really hoping that had to be a fever. I'm gonna give one more try. I have no interest in a plain little girl like you. Not much, at least. I got disclosure, though. I did training for this game yesterday. I got no miss. First time ever, and nobody saw. Don't even have video evidence of it. Oh well. You can bet I'm gonna get revenge some other time. This is my only, it's gonna be my only other attempt on this because I got another game to play. And that one frightens me even more because while I know this game front to back, I've only been playing Hanagumi Taisen Columns for a month. I figured out how to do that pattern. why I give myself more time for this game. They did not close together when I wanted them to. I'm never sure how to do that. Sometimes it works. Still no boss. When's the last time I got one? I don't even remember. It's a favor. My dreams. Boss. What's really random is boss behavior. I have no idea how to get the boss to do attacks that'll actually work for me. Sometimes it'll do one thing and immediately leave. I have no idea what determines boss strength, if anything. Nothing I could do to support him. I'm only level 1. I'm not dropping that favor. I'm wasting a bomb to do that. So if you can use bomb to get favor if there's no other way to get it. And it just means that you're down a bomb. Boss. Good. Can I survive? No. What's about to happen? For real. Boss. I need to provide cover fire. Totally worth it. That electric attack is so good that the boss just did. The computer cannot escape it. It's like it doesn't even try. Another boss. Let's go. Come on. Get him. Oh. Let's not waste those bombs. The boss. Oh, I took a hit. I didn't know I had 5 hearts. I tried to bomb. Oh, so much for that. I need to move on to my next game. Yeah, the computer does not play by the rules. You are 1,000 years too young to challenge me. I'm gonna just change over to my next game. I do have a 1cc of story mode on the hardest difficulty. As practice. Man, and I came in 3rd place at the climb cancel too. So I'm just gonna change over my games now.